The word frugal is usually used alongside a list of unflattering words, the most recurring being cheap. All of this indicates a very stereotypical idea of frugality, so we're here today to break this stereotype. The following are the top frugality myths. Before we get to our top 3 list, let's look at some honorable mention candidates just outside of the top 3. Frugality is too hard. This may not entirely be a myth, as being frugal is hard, especially at the start, and particularly if you're used to being easygoing with your expenditures. But it does get easier. Over time, frugality becomes a part of you, and it's the unreasonable, reckless spending that becomes hard. As the high of spending starts coming down, it'll be replaced by the joy of living debt-free, living simply, and with less stress. Maybe the social trend of minimalism is here to stay. If so, what could be better? Frugal people don't care about fashion or style. This is another wrong misconception. Ease your stereotypes of frugal folks walking around in acid-washed mom jeans and garage sale finds. The basis of a great style has always been about timeless pieces, classic cuts, and good fit and good quality. All of the above-mentioned features can be found in thrift stores, on discount racks, at garage sales, or even sourced from vintage sites. Frugal people might not be trendy, but then again, being trendy doesn't always equate to being stylish, but many of them are pretty good with styling. Number 3. Never pay full price. This is a tricky one. No one wants to pay full price for anything. Sales, deals, coupons, and special savings are all very alluring. Grocery stores and malls are full of these opportunities. It sometimes happens that, in the end, one hates paying full price so much that they spend countless hours scouring for deals. But a frugal person doesn't necessarily focus on the sale to buy a product. The key is buying it consciously, with purpose, and through savings. Being a frugal consumer means avoiding purchases due to sales. Sales shouldn't be the reason you buy things. When you focus on a new item for purchase, it's important to consider the place it has in your household. Rather than focusing on the savings, think about the value. It is possible that the full-priced option may actually be better than the sale deal. Think about sales carefully. The point is that this myth is not very effective and erases the entire point of staying frugal. Number 2. Frugal people don't have fun. There's this big misconception going around that frugal people are rather dull and don't have fun. Well, think again. Frugal living means spending purposefully and within your means. Yes, it means living on a budget, but remember, if you want to go out to eat on Friday nights or take an annual family vacation, you can always plan for it and do it. Frugal living is making the choice ahead of time to spend a certain amount on necessities so you can go on a monthly night out with your significant other or friends. It's deciding to not spend money eating out and saving that money for a family trip next year. You see where we're going with this? Living frugally can actually make space within your budget so you can afford to have a little fun without the guilt of overspending or falling into debt. Number 1. Frugality will make you rich. This really depends on what your idea of rich is. If by rich you mean living a comfortable life and not having to worry about debt, then maybe this applies. But if by rich you mean financially independent, then maybe not so much. But frugality is an important step towards becoming financially independent. If you can control your spending habits and live below your means, then you're well on your way to becoming financially independent. If you live way beyond your means, though, and spend more than you make, it just becomes impossible to reach financial independence. Although frugality does not make you rich, it does put you on the right track. And that is the end of our list of the top frugality myths. Let us know in the comment section below if you were a believer in any of these. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon. Share this video with a friend who might enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Until next time.